Hello everyone, welcome back to today's activity, which is going to be a science activity. We're actually going to be doing an egg drop today, and normally for those of you who have done this before in program, you know you usually do it in a group, which makes it a little bit easier, but we'll see if I can figure it out all on my own. So to start with, let's review what our habit and quality is this week. To begin with, our habit is decide and plan, which, who can tell me what that means? If you said making a goal or figuring out where you want to end up and setting the steps that you need to do to achieve that goal, you are absolutely right. So that is what decide and plan is about, and our quality is responsibility. So who can remember what responsibility means? So if you said doing what you're supposed to do, that's a really great way that I think of responsibility, because it's taking those things that you're supposed to do in your day. So it could be taking responsibility for your actions, it could be taking responsibility for your things, or in this science experiment, since we're doing an egg drop, it could be taking that responsibility to clean up after ourselves, because this one can be a little bit messy. Okay everyone, so for our egg drop today, I've gathered a couple different materials. If you want to try this at home, the number one thing that you have to remember is talk to your parents first. We're going to be potentially making a mess if our materials don't work, and we might need to go outside to do the drop. All of those kinds of things you have to ask your parents first, because remember, we want to be practicing safety and we want to take responsibility for ourselves and practice that social distancing, okay? So, what you can gather for this egg drop is, most importantly, you need an egg, okay? I actually have 2 eggs because I'm going to try it with 2 different ways, but you just need 1 egg to do this drop. Now, everything else that you need would be what you can kind of find around your home, which is why you need to talk to your parents first. I was able to find some toilet paper, I found a box, I found a newspaper, and I found some construction paper. So these are all different things that I can use to try to protect my egg, okay? I also have scissors, string, and tape. All of this stuff you're going to see why we need later to make our lives a little bit easier, but for now we don't need it just yet, so I'm going to put it to the side. Now, normally when we do this activity, like I said before, you would be in a group. You would be at your table group and you'd be able to work together to kind of brainstorm different things that we could use to protect our egg. Because what we're actually doing is we're literally going to drop this egg onto the ground, and using the materials that I've gathered, I'm going to try to protect it so that it doesn't break. Okay? So my goal, because remember our habit is decide and plan, so my goal, that thing at the end that I want, is for this egg not to break. And the first thing that I'm going to do to figure out a way to make sure that that doesn't happen is I'm going to take a look at all of my materials, okay? So when I'm looking at this toilet paper, I'm seeing that it's nice and soft. I definitely have a nice branded toilet paper right here that it's nice and soft, so that can protect an egg. That might work. This newspaper might also work, because if you've ever had to move, what you do is if you wrap all of your glasses and your plates in newspaper, that can help protect them as you move. So that's why I grabbed this. I also grabbed construction paper because I figured this might also be helpful for us, and if you want to get really creative at home, you can also use this construction paper to make your egg drop look a little bit nicer. So what I'm going to do is I've made 2 plans. for how I'm going to protect my eggs because I have 2 eggs and that way we can compare. The first one that I'm going to try is I'm going to try wrapping the egg just in toilet paper and newspaper and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to see if that'll actually protect this egg because even though the egg is strong, when I drop it, it's probably going to break if I don't put something around it. For my second egg, I'm going to try using this box. But for now, let's start with this first egg by wrapping it up in toilet paper and newspaper. Okay? Okay, so you got to see that really sped up, hopefully. What I did is, my plan is, I'm thinking if I wrap this egg in all of this toilet paper like I've done here, then hopefully when it hits the ground, the toilet paper is going to cushion it enough so that it won't break. That's what I'm thinking my plan is. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It might work, but that's what I'm going to try for my first egg. Now, my plan for my second egg is I have this box here, and you can see that it's an empty box. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put lots of newspaper and toilet paper in the bottom here, and then I'll put the egg on top, and then I'll put some more newspaper and toilet paper on top of it, and I'm going to put some construction paper in too, and then I'm going to tape it closed, and the box is what's going to keep it safe. Okay? So let's try that. Okay everyone, so you got to quickly see me putting that together. As you can see, what I did is I put toilet paper in here, and then I put the egg in, then I put some more toilet paper in here, then I put some newspaper in here, and I taped the top. And what I'm hoping is, my plan is that the box, the toilet paper, and the newspaper is going to protect the egg a lot better than just this toilet paper. I still think my plan for this first egg is going to work because it's nice and soft everywhere. And what I've made sure to do is give enough cushion so that it won't completely just hit the egg. But I think this one's going to work a little bit better. Now, I have 2 things I still have to do. The first one is this egg, I have one little problem with my plan that I need to fix. And that is, because this is a tissue paper box, there's a little hole here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of construction paper and just tape it right over that hole so that that way the egg can't just roll out of the hole and ruin the whole experiment. Okay? The second thing I'm going to do, and this is something that you could do at home, is I've taken my string and I've taken my scissors and I've cut 2 pieces of string. Okay? These 2 pieces of string are going to help me when I drop my egg. Okay? Because I'm going to tape them to the egg, and this way I can hold it out over the edge. Now remember, when we're doing that egg drop, we need to remember safety. So this way, I don't have to climb up something or climb over something or anything like that. I can use my string to hold it over whatever is keeping me safe. So I'm going to tape this on, and then we're going to head outside and we're going to get to check out if these work or not. Okay, so now we're outside to do our egg drop. The very first thing I want to say about going outside is that it's definitely easier to do this activity outside because if there's a mess, you're not inside and having to wipe the carpet or anything like that. We don't want to do that. But outside, we also need to make sure that we're taking responsibility for ourselves and keeping ourselves safe. And so the way that we're making sure to do that is I'm actually in a backyard right now. So this isn't a public space, this is a private space. So that way I'm keeping myself safe. You can see that for my first egg, I've tied my string. So this way you can see I can raise it above my head and get a little bit more distance there. My plan is that hopefully wrapping all this toilet paper around it is gonna protect the egg. Now, let's count down with me. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I heard a pop. So, I dropped it. I'm gonna take this tape off. Let's see how this egg did. And it looks like, oh, I can already see it looks like it's leaking. So unfortunately, my plan didn't work and I broke my egg. You can see right in there, I have a broken egg. So a really good part about this plan though, was since I used toilet paper, it's gonna be really easy for me to clean this up because I can just wrap it up in that toilet paper and throw it right out. Okay, I got my second egg here. I'm feeling a little bit more confident in my plan because what I have here in this plan is I have the box, I have the newspaper inside, and I have the toilet paper inside to all cushion that egg. So let's raise it up again and count with me. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see how that did. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna take out all that newspaper and my egg is perfectly good to go. It's still perfectly fine. So it looks like this plan worked out a lot better than my other plan, okay? Now, as you can see, since I'm in the backyard, I do have a nice little patio up there. So just for fun, let's try dropping it from a little bit higher and see if this plan holds up. Okay, so I got my second egg here. It's all taped nice and safely in here. I have a little barrier here, so obviously I don't want to climb over that because safety first. So this is where my string is going to come in handy. So let's do a countdown. 3, oh, hold on. The tape's coming off a little bit, so we're going to have to do this quickly. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's see if it worked. Okay, let's see if this worked or not. So, oh, I'm already seeing some yolk, so I don't think this one worked quite as well as I wanted it to. I think we have another broken egg. Yep, we have another broken egg in there, unfortunately. So, even though my plans didn't work, that's okay, because I still had a ton of fun doing it. So, just to review, remember that our habit and quality today were... That's right, decide and plan and responsibility. So what I did is I set my goal, which was to try to have my eggs not break. I made a plan, which was wrapping it in toilet paper or putting it in a box of toilet paper, and then I tried it out. Just because it didn't work, that's still okay because I still learned that toilet paper by itself, not enough to keep an egg okay, and definitely needs some more soft materials in the box if I'm gonna drop it from higher up. Now, our second part of this is our quality, which is responsibility, and I'm gonna take responsibility for this mess and make sure that it cleans up. I hope you had tons of fun doing this egg drop with me today, and Moorelands Kids, we out.